What is going on, guys? Rafe back again with another Fortnite video. And today's video, we are doing the video that I promised later in the week, or earlier in the week I should say. Tips and tricks, my favorite tips, how to win in Fortnite Battle Royale, pretty much. How to win in Fortnite Battle Royale. What things you can do to give yourself the best chance of winning in Fortnite. Okay, and there's obviously a lot of tips. I'm just going to go through some of them right now. I'm going to go through the top 3 tips I have. I'll do videos in the future with more tips, but for now I'm just going to keep it to top 3. Keep it simple. Keep it fast. Keep it, quick and to the point. Okay, so without further ado, let's get it started right away. And my third favorite tip, these are all in order, 3 to 1. My third favorite tip in Fortnite Battle Royale is stick together when you're playing squads. Obviously, this does not apply to solo. This does apply to duo, actually. Just stick together when you're playing with a friend or with other people. Not just squads. Stick together when you're playing with squads or duo. Okay? And the reasons for this are, I've had a lot of instances when I'm playing squads or duos, and my friends, or friend in duo's case, we all split up. Or my buddy in duos splits up away from me. We lose communication, and we don't talk for a minute or so, and then all of a sudden he's halfway across the map and we're super far apart. This is how you die every time. Every single time. This is you're asking to just lose at that point if you split apart, especially in squads. And the reasons for this are that, they should be pretty obvious, right? In squads, you have 4 people, right? Or 3, depending on what you did. But 3 or 4 people. Let's just keep it with 4. Keep it with the normal squads, 4 people, right? So it's 4v4 up to 100. And if you split up, if it's one thing to split up in pairs of 2s if you're trying to loot. But other than that, you should stick together as a group of 4 all the time. Because guess what? And think about this simple math, simple numbers, simple just odds. If you come up against a squad that has a full squad with 4 people, and it's just you and your buddy, and then the other 2 people from your squad are somewhere else, you're screwed. You're automatically put at a huge disadvantage if it's a 2v4. It's just as simple as that. And the same goes with the duo. If you and your buddy split up, and then you're by yourself, and you come across a duo team, and it's 2 people versus 1, it's 2v1. You're almost always going to lose that fight, unless the other 2 people are just really, really bad. So that's my third tip, and this is just as important as any of them. These are all equally important. I just think the number one is most important to win. But you got to stick together in squads and in duos. You have to stick together. You have to. It is crucial to giving yourself the best chance of winning the game. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2 is always pay attention to the circle. Always pay attention to the circle. Too many times I've been talking to my friends about something else. We go off topic, because obviously you don't always talk about Fortnite when you're playing Fortnite. You talk about other things going on in life. You talk about whatever, sports, girls, whatever you talk about, right? And you're talking, or sometimes you even are talking about Fortnite, but you just don't pay attention, and you just go full stupid. And all of a sudden you see the circle, and you see the purple on the top left. You see the purple in your mini map. And you freak out, and then you look at the map and the circles across the map. And at that point, unless you have a med kit, you're screwed. Even if you do have a med kit, you just screw yourself over, because that's a waste of a med kit. You don't need to use it in that situation. But it's a simple tip. It's a fast one. It's something that doesn't need too much explaining. Pay attention to where the circle is, and pay attention to how much time you have left until the circle starts closing in, or is closed in completely. Pay attention to where the storm is. Just pay attention to where the storm is at, and where it's going at the end of the day. It's simple terms. Pay attention to where the storm is at and where it is headed. Because if you don't do that, you can find yourself dying or losing a lot of health that is just unneeded. And it's just a waste. It's just a waste of health. And it's just a waste of the medkit if you have a medkit, or bandages, or whatever it may be. So just pay attention to the circle on the storm. And my number 1 tip in Fortnite Battle Royale for now like I said, I'll come out with more videos in the future of different tips and tricks that I can think of and that I use. But my number one tip right now in Fortnite Battle Royale is avoidance. Avoid other players at all costs. And I said this before in my video that I released about my favorite spots in Fortnite currently. I said this before briefly in that video. I like to avoid people at all costs. And if you guys haven't seen that video yet, it'll be in the description. I'll put a little icon right now in the video to show you guys. But it's a good video. Top 3 spots in Fortnite Battle Royale. It's a video that I think everybody should watch. I mean, I wish I had like 1 billion subscribers so they could all see that, because I think it's a super helpful video in general. But I briefly talked about how I like to avoid people at all costs, and you will see if you go watch that video the 3 spots that I picked. I'm not going to tell you what they are, obviously, but the 3 spots that I picked they all have something in common, and it's all about avoiding people. I don't want to go to Tilted Towers. I don't want to go to Pleasant Park. I don't want to go to Salty Springs. You know, I don't want to go to all these places that are in the middle of the map and that are super popular. I never go to. Why? Because in a game with 100 people in it, like 40 people go to Tilted Towers. Like literally, like half the map goes to Tilted Towers. And it's just ridiculous because, like, yes, there's really good loot at Tilted Towers. Yes, there's really good loot at Pleasant Park. Yes, there's good loot at all these places. But they're so busy, you end up dying within the first 5 minutes unless you can get like a scar or something and get out of there. But I just like avoiding people at all costs. When it comes down to like the last 10 people, you still avoid. Don't engage somebody unless you have to. Like, the only reasons you should ever engage someone is if you have to engage them, if it's, you know, a 1v1 or whatever the case may be. Or if you need like loot from them, if you have bad loot and you need to get loot from them and you know they have good loot. Those are the only reasons you should ever engage somebody. Other than that, avoid people. Because what's the point of shooting? Like, what's the point of trying to engage people and running the risk of dying? I just say hide out, avoid people, try to avoid the other players as much as possible. So those are my top 3 tips for Fortnite Battle Royale currently right now. Obviously, sometimes they change, sometimes the game changes, and if they do, I'll release more videos about my different tips and tricks that I can think of and that I use. But for now, those are my top 3 tips. Number 1 being avoid people at all costs. Number 2 being pay attention to the circle and pay attention to the storm in all cases throughout the whole entire game. And number 3 being stay together in squads and in duos. Just stay together, don't split apart. Okay? Those are my 3 tips. When I use those tips and when I use the spots that I talked about in my most recent video about my top 3 spots in Fortnite, it's pretty much an easy top 10 every single time. Most of the time, top 5. I'm not going to say it's an easy win every single time, but those are the best things you can do to give yourself the best chance of winning a game in Fortnite. So yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys just stumbled across this trying to learn some tips and tricks for Fortnite, subscribe if you liked it. I come out with these videos Monday through Friday every single week. I play Fortnite, I do tips and tricks videos, I do Fortnite gameplays, Fortnite live, Fortnite commentaries. I play other games, I have Xbox One and PC. I like playing sports games a lot. I like playing Call of Duty type games, strategy games, all types of games. I have no bias towards games. I play everything across the board. You know, all types of indie games, anything. So if you guys just like gaming in general and want to see gaming video games, people playing games, I would subscribe, because I come out with videos, 5 videos a week, every single week. If you liked what you saw in this video, like the video. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment on other tips and tricks you have that I didn't say in this video, if you have some. But other than that, guys, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.